7'4", the big man, number 1, Victor Wembanyama. Your San Antonio Spurs head coach is Nick Johnson. Once again, your San Antonio Spurs.
So here's Miami's starting group. Out in the wings for him, it's Powell and Wiggins. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. And it's Mitchell in at the 1. And for San Antonio, Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Evan Vassell out there with Castle. And it's Champagnie in at the small forward. So, Greg, here we are, just about a week into the NBA season. The regular season comes at you fast.
I mean, the games start coming fast and furiously right out of the gate. But you wonder how we made it through summer without getting to see any NBA action.
Now, here's Vassell. Shot clock at 6. Wembanyama down low. Adebayo on him. Wembanyama, no good. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. On the wing, Mitchell. Fires the 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Kevin?
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
Pass to Vassell. Out left to the wing. Wembanyama against Mitchell. The kick out to Barnes. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
And you see some of that insane skill of Wemby, able to drive and kick. That is a 7'4" guard.
Powell, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Wembanyama looking it over. Pass to Champagnie. Off target from outside. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Well, when you look at the footwork and the physicality, Adebayo is a challenging matchup defensively.
You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Adebayo showing you what a complete player he is. He gives you the athleticism defensively and on the glass, and then offensively, he's extremely productive as well.
And Adebayo drops them both. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. He actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. Mitchell, a screen on Barnes. And that one's good. Wiggins
finally got one to go after 4 straight misses.
Pass to Champagnie. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Victor Wembanyama. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 24 per clip, almost 4 blocks and 11 rebounds. And you talk about a difference maker. He's a factor inside with his length and activity.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He is a force in there. I love the way he rebounds and defends the paint.
The Heat trail by 5. Powell outside. To the left side wing. Jovic. And again, Miami with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. Wembanyama left side. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
There is no stopping that. Wembanyama with the forceful finish.
Powell outside. Pass to Adebayo. And here's Mitchell from the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
And here are the Heat now, after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Powell. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Vassell against Powell. Vassell, the bounce pass. Castle misses. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Mitchell. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Wiggins. Up top, Powell. Shoots over Vassell. The shot by Powell, no good.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Wiggins outside. And the 3 off target. Spurs leading by 6. Pass to Champagnie. Here's the 3. And the basket by Castle.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
There's no reason to gripe when we got the Spurs hyped up.
Khalil Ware's checked in for Miami. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. In fourth, the Spurs.
And when you look at their block totals from last year, I really love how this team protected the rim.
Here's Powell. A 29-point game for him in the win against New York.
And let's not discount what he did from the line. He stopped the clock and gave his team a chance to set up their half-court defense.
Now here's Powell. They trail by 9 points. Clock at 6. Wiggins inside the line. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Inside. Spurs working the ball around now. And here's Barnes for 3. Rebound by Mitchell.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Down low. Outside. Adebayo. Mitchell dishes to Wiggins. Adebayo, that's a 2-pointer. Miami no good on that time either. San Antonio leading by 9. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And he's good on the 3 ball. Wembanyama's got 13.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Powell with a screen on Castle. Mitchell wide open. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
Barnes trying to free himself up. Now that one is his 7th bank in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. Powell outside. Adebayo deciding where to go with it. Pass to Ware. It's up a 3. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
And what can Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Wembanyama with it. He's defended by Ware. And Wembanyama gets it to go. 17 points in the game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question. Well, Tassel showing his ability to create and finish when the defense overcommits.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
That's good from Castle. And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part of the season. The team's best player had 1 foot out the door even before they traded him. So now this team pivots towards that younger core.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. A floater. A 3 ball. And it's Miami with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Ware. Here's Jonas. Miami no good on that time either. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Kevin, back to you.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Beyond the arc. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Barnes. To the paint. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Barnes. 19 points for Victor Wembanyama. The Heat trail by 12. 1:11 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Larson. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. San Antonio's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Johnson finds Wembanyama. Here's McLaughlin. Shoots it up. And that one is off.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaime Jaquez. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Bryant comes in for Barnes, and it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. And Miami also making a switch. Fouls checked in. San Antonio leading by 9. Wembanyama outside. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Larson. Ware kicks to Powell. Shoots over Bryant. Can't hit from the elbow. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Had a feeling this was going to be their strategy coming in. They've got a major size advantage to be able to execute this.
Sohan is out there with Johnson. Then there's Harper. Then it's Bryant. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Johnson down low. Is defending. Johnson can't get it to go. Here's Larson. He's guarded by Harper. Pass to Jonas. Bryant comes with the double team. There's the triple. The shot by Jonas, no good. The drive by Bryant. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Bryant's got his first points of the night.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Jaquez can't hit.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
Here's McLaughlin. No scoring in this one. Here's Harper. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Now here's Powell.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Bryant outside. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Johnson. Yep, that one goes in there.
Can't allow Johnson to get that deep. Once he's there, he's going to be able to score.
Pass to Ware. Here's Larson. Driving in. Now Ware. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4. Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill.
Let's see. Nice drive. It's all good.
Making a change here. Adebayo's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Johnson with it. He had 19 points in the win against Brooklyn.
And he really hurt them at the free throw line.
Shot clock at 6. And Wembanyama outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Heat trail by 9. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Vassell against Powell. Pass to Jonas. Misses the 3.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
McLaughlin, the pass to Wembanyama. Vassell sets a screen for Wembanyama. Goes up from the top of the key. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
They had a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
San Antonio leading by 9. It's Vassell on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Vassell against Powell. Here's Wembanyama with plenty of space. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. Jaquez the pass to Powell. Five on the clock. Here's Jonas. Cans it from downtown. Jonas has got 6 points.
In this era of the NBA, you just can't let guys have good looks from the 3. Pretty much everyone in this league can make you pay.
Johnson finds Wembanyama on the wing. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. The Heat trail by 6. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Marquis.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. A different look now for San Antonio. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Harper in for Jordan McLaughlin. Wiggins is checked in for the Heat. Mitchell comes in for Jokic Jonas. Mitchell finds Wiggins. Outside, Adebayo. Powell for three. Again, the miss by the Heat.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Barnes outside. Offensive rebound. And Wembanyama with the flush.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Powell for three. The rebound by Champagnie. San Antonio leading by 10. Vassell, no good. Now here's Powell. Mitchell sets the screen for Powell. Another miss by Powell.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Harper the pass to Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Just 5 on the clock. No good on the three. The Heat trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Adebayo. Good defense by Wembanyama.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Wembanyama fighting for it.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Adebayo gets to Wiggins. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Champagnie passes to Vassell. Clock at 4. 18 feet out. And the Spurs scoring again.
And that high release point really helps Vassell in that mid-range area.
Powell outside. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Champagnie passes to Wembanyama. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Wembanyama's got 10 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And last season, the Heat trading away Jimmy Butler. Tim, that ended a memorable stretch with some terrific wins.
Yeah, playoff Jimmy emerged in South Beach, a trip to the finals in 2020 as a 5 seed, and again in 2023 as an 8 seed. Underdog runs that highlighted this team's competitive will.
Now Harper, after Norman Powell missed from long range. The train, it's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Wiggins throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Spurs.
1:58 left now here in the second. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Look, both teams struggled to be competitive overall last year, but at least their season series was.
Spurs making a change here. Castle's checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Khalil Ware. And it's Jaime Jaquez in for Powell. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Spurs passing it around. Here's Champagny. Just 4 to shoot. Castle misses. The Heat trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Adebayo down low. Wembanyama on him. They get it back. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And Adebayo is hard to knock off course because of that upper body strength.
Bam Adebayo. One shot.
And Adebayo, no good on that one.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Kevin, back to you.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. Back to Castle. Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, deadly inside.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mitchell outside. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Launches it. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be right back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. Thinking about the shot. Oh, so close, so close. Let's hear it for the participants.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
You take a look at the Spurs, they're facing a team with similar aspirations. Good measuring stick game for them.
Yeah, like two dogs, they both want that bone. Who's going to get it?
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Miami Heat.
Number one goal in the offseason, get yourself some rim protectors. The guys you have cannot do it.
And credit their opponent for relentlessly exploiting that here. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
Here's Powell. On the court for the Heat. Out in the wings for him, it's Powell and Wiggins. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. And it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. Powell for three. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Powell's got the first points of the second half here for the Heat. Vassell outside. Pass to Champagnie. Launches a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Champagnie's got his second bucket tonight.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Powell. Barnes grabs the miss. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. They set the pick. Here's Champagnie. Second chance effort. Wembanyama with the bucket. Wembanyama has got 33 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Powell feeling it out a bit. Nice defense by Vassell.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that one, good. Vassell's got his second basket of the game.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Powell finds Mitchell. Powell with a screen on Castle. Miami no good on that time either.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Vassell against Powell. And the basket by Vassell. Vassell's got 6.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Higgins outside. Powell for 3. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. Lays it up and banks it in. 35 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy.
For Andrew Wiggins. He had a strong showing last season. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 5. Outside, Adebayo. It's Powell on the wing, covered by Vassell.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before, for sure.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he plays with incredible determination. Want to is a skill, and he has it.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
Now here's Powell. 7 points in the game. Adebayo with a screen on Barnes. And Jovic gets it to go.
And in nailing the three there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by the Spurs.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Vassell. Guarded by Powell. And that one drops. And it's 8 points for Devin Vassell.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Mitchell passes to Jovic. Down low, Adebayo. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Adebayo's got 6.
That foul line down to the baseline. That's where Adebayo does his best work.
Pass to Wembanyama. Offline from the top of the key. Miami's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. There's a good screen. Powell for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Pass to Castle. Now Vassell. He's got 8. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Champagnie. The 3. Castle misses.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Here's Adebayo. And too long on the shot.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And great with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Miami no good on that time either. Wiggins surveying the floor. Pass to Powell. Vassell against Wiggins. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Now here's Barnes. 5 points in the game. Here's Wembanyama. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. Wembanyama's got 39.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Mitchell dishes to Powell. Pass to Jovic. Adebayo kicks to Powell. Shoots over Vassell. Here's Adebayo. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Adebayo's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And if you fail to block out Adebayo, he is going to find a way to hurt you.
Out left to the wing. Wembanyama down low. He's guarded by Adebayo. Wembanyama against Adebayo. And it's good for 2. Wembanyama's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And I bet he wishes they could play this team every night. Things are going great out there offensively.
Pass to Jovic. And it's off from three-point range.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Vassell outside. Adebayo against Wembanyama. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Wembanyama's got 43 points. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Adebayo. That one wide left. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. Back to Vassell. Misses the 3. Heat shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Adebayo against Wembanyama. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell. 10 points for Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, powering through the contact, something that Adebayo does so well.
Spurs working the ball around now. Buries it from three-point range.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Now here's Powell. He's got 7. Mitchell outside. Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Mitchell's got 6 points.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now here's Barnes. 8 points for him. Pass to Champagnie. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Wiggins outside. Fires from deep. The rebound by the Spurs.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Shot by Champagnie, no good. Vassell against Powell. At the elbow, it's Mitchell. Powell outside. Shot from the top of the key. The shot's good. 9 points in the game so far. Wembanyama with it. 43 points in the game. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
First personal foul. First team foul. Victor Wembanyama. Shooting 1.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. Here's Ware, and down it goes, jamming that one home. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Spurs out in front, delivering the blowout. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Bryant. Sohan is out there with Johnson. Then there's Harper. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Heat shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Larson, no good. Spurs shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Bryant dishes to Harper. We all hear about AI. in the workplace. And I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Here's Powell after the basket by San Antonio. Off target with his three.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside Harper for the three. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Larson. Over in the corner, Jaquez. Here's Jonas. Connects from three-point range.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Inside, and the layup's good off the glass.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Larson. Pass to Ware. This one for 3. And it's Bryant with the rebound. And so Bryant will bring it up for San Antonio. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And here is Harper. No good with the triple. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Larson. Powell outside. Off target from three-point range.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
And the dunk by Bryant.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Brown. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Bryant.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Miami's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Jonas. Misses off the right iron. The Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Harper's shot's good.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Jonas. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is. I promise you that.
Miami with the ball after Keldon Johnson missed from long range. Here's Powell over Bryant. And it's Powell scoring on a gorgeous play.
And he is coming alive here in the second half. That's a nice shot there, and now he is rolling.
There's the steal. Pass to Jonas. Back to Powell. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shoots. Another miss by Powell.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Now here's Harper. Johnson outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing. Here's Adebayo. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Well, he's been aggressive from the start, and as a result, it's all come together tonight for Bam offensively.
Here's Sohan. He's defended by Ware. Here's McLaughlin. San Antonio again missing. Miami's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Over to the wing. Adebayo passes to Ware. Miami needs to get a shot off. Jaquez can't hit. The Spurs have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. McLaughlin, the pass to Harper. Here's Sohan. On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Adebayo. To stop the drought, Johnson's shot is off. The Heat shooting in this 4th quarter pretty dire at 27%. Back to Adebayo. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
On offense, here are the Heat. Pass to Ware. Now Mitchell. Misses the jumper.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's McLaughlin. Covered by Mitchell. McLaughlin, the pass to Bryant. From deep, Johnson. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Mitchell. Right wing. Adebayo against Johnson. The shot by Adebayo, no good. The Spurs shooting in the 4th quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Harper. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. And here's Adebayo. Adebayo with the screen on Bryant. Pass to Ware. And here's Adebayo. He's guarded by Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he would like to forget that first half, but he has found something out there now.
Outside Harper. Bryant outside. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Bryant. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The 3-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
San Antonio making a switch here. Waters is checked in. Adebayo with the bucket.
And that is just focus on the rim as you see Adebayo having success inside even against a strong defense.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Bryant. Here's McLaughlin. Covered by Mitchell. Here's McLaughlin. Over Mitchell. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Wiggins kicks to Powell. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Sohan inside. He's guarded by Adebayo. And here's Bryant for three. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Heat on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for San Antonio.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
And watching that last game, you could see the comfort zone he got into, just filling it up from all of the spots he loves.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.